What's going on? Move the mouse back in City Skylines. Let's play Plainville. No mods, no DLC, no cheats. Just the regular base game. Episode number 6, take 2. And really, I mean, it's episode 7. You just don't get to see episode 6 because of another recording mishap. So, I've been having bad luck lately with the audio cutting out. So I'm gonna give you kind of a rundown of where the city's at and a couple little things that change. It's nothing really that was finalized, but I did drop in the first of our metro, and it kind of swoops around and along this area. But it really is a fix it later thing, so don't worry too much about that. Sorry for the camera whipping already. There is a on-ground metro station, and on-ground metro and on-ground tracks are the cheapest option. Elevating is the second more expensive option in terms of tracks and station, and then anything that you tunnel is going to be the most expensive. Where does that come out? That comes out down here. So I dropped in a metro line that, you know, moves people from the heavy industry to the commercial and residential. Kind of stops up here in the middle at this bus station, which is really busy. I can't really explain the lines, so let me just kind of show you. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is just to kind of move people around. They're not necessarily the most efficient routes, right? But they're getting people, you know, all the way from university, from this area, from, you know, some of the neighborhoods. It's not the most connected thing yet. We got to get more lines over here, but they're all coming back to this station, which they can then take another bus line for or transfer over to metro right across the street. And, you know, people are doing it. It seems to be okay. You know, how many people are we moving around? I don't know. It's not bad. We've got 117 people moving around, about 100 passengers on pretty much every line. You know, for a 16,000 pop city, that's not too bad. This was extended out a bit, but nothing too crazy, right? Just a couple extra grids. But then I started working on, you know, kind of how do we want to curve and freeform some roads a little bit, and then start to grid in there. And this is actually the last thing I did at the end of that episode that I couldn't record, was I kind of wanted to figure out, you know, again, some of those lines, some long flowing roads that the grids inside of them could be built off of. And I also did something over here. I think I want to tighten this up a bit, but I did one-way roads. So we don't have the two-lane highways, but if we separate one-way roads and have minimal intersections, they can effectively function the same way. We don't have to zone on them. With the grass line streets, there's also no parking. So the only cars that are going to be on there are going to be the ones that are actually moving. And I thought, you know, that would be kind of a cool way to get some of the traffic in and out of this area. So maybe we'll work on that a little bit more, kind of carrying this down all the way through here even. And I think the next tile we're going to buy is going to be over here. At the beginning of the last episode, we hit the 16,000 mark. Yes. And that got us a new area, crematorium, and water treatment plant. We dropped all those in. And what I did here, I've done it before on many series, so check it out. It's easy enough to quickly mimic, right? You can grab the canals, put a canal at the bottom of your river, and then do water intake or sewage output and snap those buildings to the sides of those. If I go into, I think, terrain view, yeah, you can see it a little easier. I don't know why water view doesn't show you that. That'd be nice. You could actually see through the water for the structures and stuff. You can see, though, that the the water still flows straight down through the other water. That's okay. Hopefully that's not a big deal. So there's some things that we definitely need to do, and we need to start considering traffic, right? How are we going to route stuff around? You know, it might be time to think about another exit over here. We also could wait a bit and separate this out and put the exit there, right? Closer to there. Sorry for all the camera whipping. You know, to keep things to the right side of the screen there, and then maybe have something a little bit more central between maybe Daffodil and Woodland Heights. right there. That might be all right also, just to keep the highway flowing. But we might be able to get even a third intersection in there. Let's see. Let's paint some roads out. We've got some money in the bank. We're almost at $1 million. We've got lots and lots of residential demand. So let's figure out where our high density ends. And I think, I mean, do we do high density all the way down here to the train station? Maybe we do. And then we can have office and commercial and some maybe the unique buildings over in this pocket. Let's bring this down a bit and see how this all links up. So if we just carry on perpendicular from there all the way down here. We don't want to do that because that's right near that road for the train. So let's freeform at the very end here and like hook it back in like that. Do something a little weird at the end. And that way, you know, we've got a larger intersection happening here, but we could always upgrade this road and traffic light this if it becomes an issue. So let's go back to straight roads. Let's carry this down. This one will end right there. This one we should be able to kind of do the same thing, which is let's come out to there and then kind of freeform into that same intersection like we did on the other side. A little crazy, a little silly. I'm okay with it. Now from here, let's figure out a middle point. This is pretty decent right here. And it is going to mess up our nodes a little bit, right? If we can either have a slightly crooked road or it's going to shift the nodes around. That's totally fine though. That created an extra one there. So let's see. We'll do something like that. And then let's come out at least one more. No, we don't need that. Do we need that? Doesn't really get us much. It just gives us some funny angles, which I'm not necessarily opposed to. We'll leave that. We'll leave that. We can tuck that in, put a bigger building or something in that space. Let's run this down to just shy of the train tracks. We don't want anybody to live, I think, right there, right? But we could have maybe a school or something down here. If we do this. What if we do, how many, what was that? 360? You gonna let me snap to 360? No? There we go. So maybe do a couple schools down there. Maybe a tennis court, basketball court. We're gonna need more schooling over here, I think. Probably a good idea to check up on kind of where things are at since you missed a bunch. Unfortunately, we're on 1 speed right now. I'm wondering if I should speed that up. Let's do it. Just so that we're making money. Things are happening. Stuff's moving. So we're just over the edge on elementary. Do we need another one this close? I don't think so. You know, where are we? I mean, I guess as we move more people in, we will. All right. Let's do the high school first. So we'll put the high school kind of right at the end of the road. We'll do the elementary school off to its side. We'll go into parks. Where are they? There we go. So let's do this way. Maybe 2 and 2. Let's see what this looks like. I think they're the same size, so it should be a pretty symmetrical layout. I mean, that's okay. It's totally redundant, but let's go in and put a couple placeholder conifers down. So what are we going to zone here? Are we going to zone on this? Let's zone on this first. No, let's not. That's That's too close to those parks. Let's fill it in with trees. My first instinct was correct. Although, because of the trees that are in that park, these look a little awkward from here. But don't worry about that. We'll fix this later. Trees are for two things. Placeholders for where we want to put different trees later, and for kindling. Okay. I kind of like that. You know, just simple. Super simple. Right? Little T intersection coming up here. High school, elementary, couple parks. Oh, some sports activities. We could always, you know, shimmy this down or, you know, put more playgrounds and stuff over here for the kids. Could we do, you know, we could do that. Hold on. Idea. Switch to gravel road here. Oh. Really? Let's do this for a second. Okay, now we'll upgrade back to regular road. And what if we want all the parking to happen, right? We want all the parking to happen up at the school. And right away that starts to move cars into the parking lots and they'll park up on this road. We've got a little bit of extra road up here now. Now we could look at large playground. This one? This one. Let's see what this looks like here. That's all right. We could flatten the ground a little bit if we want to improve that, but I am very happy. What's our abandonment problem? Not enough workers. Okay. You can tell right away based on where the abandonment's happening. If it's happening in industry, it's, you know, hey, there's not enough workers. We haven't hooked up any transit options over here yet, which is part of our problem. We've supported the other industry area, but that's still also having problems. Did we turn, I want to say maybe we turned education boost on? We did. Because I was planning on filling out the office space that's happening down here. Anyways, hey, remember when we were talking about zoning out some residential area because we have that massive demand, we wanted a bunch of people to move in, and then I started flying around looking at problems on the other side of the city? I remember that. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Where do we end this? We'll do that one too. And then we'll do all these. Some odd zone splits there. And we've got a lot of the demand, so let's do that. Nice thing is we could tuck in a bunch of offices back here that are not going to bother the residents at all, and then get like one more street back in here. All right. Okay. Let's, delete that extra little square. I think people are going to start complaining about water, or did we water this already? Maybe we watered this already. Nice. Okay. Well, they'll be complaining about not enough water soon enough. Not enough educated workers. That's why Education Boost is on. And we're trying to fill the office slots. Wow, the residential demand just tanked, huh? They moved in a decent number of people pretty fast. All right, so over here, what I think we can do is... Bless you, baby. That was a loud sneeze upstairs. What we can do up here is kind of start to curve with the road. And maybe we actually start it down here. Yeah, that's... I mean, it's not perfect, and that's okay. Especially with no mods, no DLC. Imperfections are alright. But that gives us a good amount of zoning. We can look at connecting, maybe one more strip through here. Let's do this. So that we're not moving people out. Kind of right in the middle of these two. then yeah, we'll come up one more. Oh, come on. Why wouldn't it let you do that? Okay, hold on, pause. There's a lot of people walking through there. Let's do this. Let's try it this way. Freeform. Look, let's see if they even notice. Hold on. Okay, a couple of them noticed. Most of them did not. They just kept walking. We're good. All right. So we're all watered over here. We've met a lot of our demands, except now we've got some commercial climbing up again, which is good. And we're going to keep it away from any of the residential over here, but I think it's okay to start spilling in. Did I not connect down to the streets down below? I meant to do that. So let's hook this one in so that we're not creating additional nodes down here. Come on. Like that and like that. Maybe a couple random low density buildings there, just for the heck of it. Do we zone the back half here, or do we tree that and then move in more residential? And then I think we'll spam down here on the main strip for now. We'll probably end up moving a few of these businesses out and do some kind of triangle here, a better split, but we'll see how our traffic handles things. I think one of the things that we're going to have to do, unfortunately, is this throughway. So I guess as long as we keep the intersections pretty minimal, right? And one of the things you can do, four-way interchanges, or I'm sorry, I shouldn't say interchanges, intersections, right? They are going to be the most traffic. I mean, I guess you could make a seven-way intersection, but come on, that's ridiculous. All right, but four-way intersections, generally, right? A lot of traffic. Minimize how many of those there are on a main road. And if you need to intersect it with a T once in a while instead, right? So we've got a T there, a four-way, a T here, and then nothing till you get down to the other roundabout. And that's kind of feeding a lot of the traffic into this zone. And for a two-lane road, it's keeping up, but we may look at upgrading this to a four-lane road. That does come with its own management challenges because it'll introduce traffic lights, but you can turn those off and get creative with your stop signs. In fact, why don't we take a quick look at that? So we'll stop the traffic on the T's for sure. That's totally fine. But think about this. This is what I generally do, right? You want all the traffic flowing in here. You want it moving on this road, so never stop the traffic on this road. So we're going to stop traffic here. But then this becomes the next most important road for traffic flow, right? Because you're trying to get all the traffic from in this zone to come up to here. So now don't stop the traffic on that road. Now we want to stop the traffic on the side streets. And if there's another intersection from there, again, this is the T basically. You want traffic flowing on the main road. So stop the traffic as it gets introduced to those other roads. I mean, honestly, in these neighborhoods back here, like, look how little traffic there is. It's not really a big deal. But just something to keep in mind, especially we have Old Town turned on. We could get creative and do some more policies like that soon enough. How are we looking here? It's a little crazy, and I love it. I think this one will shape up interesting, especially considering the limitations we're putting on it here. Get a couple more of these filled out, right? This is what we were here for. This is what we were gonna do. So let's get this rounded out. I'm gonna do one click, that one. I like that one, and then maybe we can connect. kind of a weird street through there. Let's do that. So my wife just let me know that the baby spilled Lucky Charm dust all over the floor. She's gonna vacuum, and she's so nice that she warned me. She knew I was recording. But these are the noises that you have to deal with in the background, so deal with it.
Why do I have a strong urge to make a fart noise?
That was not me.
Yeah, it was. Edit that out.
Edit that out, she says. That. Are you kidding me? That's the cold open.
Oh, God.
First cold open of the season. Starring Apple Buddy. Okay, where were we? That was it's the best though. She's super supportive of my recording, getting some time, and she was like, I'm warning you because the vacuum's gonna go off. We'll see how loud it is. What are we thinking? Do we need more residents already? I love it. Keep moving in. Keep moving in. We'll take your tax dollars. So this is gonna be all residential also. This all through here. Let's do that. And so this is commercial, so maybe we buffer zone that with a little bit of trees. I hope that's enough. I think these people that live on this street might complain a little. Come on. At some point, Move the Mouse is going to hook up a mouse. So that looks okay. That looks okay. I'm going to go into the bulldoze. That's all we need right now, a nice bulldozer accident to finish this one off. Okay. So I think it's time to at least upgrade this road, right? This does not need to be a gravel road. But what should it be? So should we just plan on it now and make this a 4-lane? Let's see what 4-lane looks like. And let's do the tree. Does that get rid of the parking lane, or do tree-lined 4 lanes have parking? Let's see. I think that has parking. We'll have to bring it somewhere where there are people wanting to park. Ah, was that the big rock that I just deleted? Instant replay. I didn't think that was going to overwrite that. I feel like that has a parking lane. Like, that looks a lot wider on the outside. But there's nobody. There's parking on the streets that people are pulling onto, so they're not parking way out here. Decent amount of traffic coming in off the train. That's nice. And as I say that, I realize I forgot to hook that up into the rest of the transit routes. Quick bus line, real quick. A quick one real quick. So I've been kind of spacing these out just to make it look a little fuller. All this one's gonna do. Let's do this. Let's come down here. Right smack in front of there, and get people to the other bus lines. Even if they're waiting, if they're not getting in cars, did those people turn around, or were they walking already? Okay, they were going to the train station already. Sorry. Zoning wise, do we tuck more in here, or do we use this angle as kind of like a park? I think we'll move people in there and there. Clear those out. We've got the most commercial demand, so I think down here definitely. Now, what do we want to do? You see this mess of zoning on the side here? There's a way we can fix this, and I didn't notice it before, which is unfortunate. So here's what we got to do. We need to break out our leveling tool. This one. And we're going to look at kind of where the lines are in the road, right? That's where the terrain is kind of shifting down. And it's not super abrupt on the road, so this should be easy enough. We want to make some better zonable space off the road. So I'm just going to increase the strength a bit and just nudge out that way. A little bit. Not too much. Enough that we should get better zoning out of it, though. And I'm going to do this, you know, to about where this line happens. See this line right in the middle of the street. That's the next kind of step down in elevation. So here I'm going to hit the X button, square on PlayStation, right click on PC, right? You're setting that new level. And we're going to ride this out, same way we did before, down to kind of the next... Where's the next? Right about here. So we're going to do this for now. Right? We'll do that. And then we'll do this one more time, or do we kind of leave that? Maybe we kind of leave that. Now, this looks like slop. Those power lines don't adjust. I don't know if we need this... We needed that. We definitely needed that one. All right, let's look at these then. There's probably a cleaner way to connect all this anyways. So we'll leave that disconnected for a minute. I'll totally forget, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish what we're doing over here. Side projects. Okay, so now I'm gonna do maybe larger, less strength smoothing. Okay, what did that get us, right? Nothing. Oh, it does auto it. I thought we were gonna have to upgrade the road. I didn't realize it recalculated the zoning now. Is that a new thing on console? I don't feel like it used to do that. What I was gonna do was come in here, change the road, change it back. If you upgrade to something similar, right here, right? Doesn't cost us anything, does it? No, it's the same. So you can change as long as it's the same expensive road. If we were to upgrade to 6-lane roads, I think that's more expensive, is it not? Are 6-lane roads the same price? That's weird. No upgrade cost? If you downgrade, it doesn't get you anything. And if it was already upgraded? No, see, it charges you to upgrade it again. Okay. Anyways. What did that get us? That got us some Riverside commercial zoning. So this will... It should flatten the lots. Do we key wall this before we let people move in? Might want to. Let's look at it at least. And let's then go remember to hook up our power. I've said it before, but I don't mind reminding people that that's key, K, or quay. All three are acceptable. But any other way and you're wrong. Key, K, quay. Okay, let's see. Let's see what that looks like. That is a height change. Can it be a little smoother if we go downhill from there? Yeah, I think that's better. That's a little smoother. Okay. Now if we go back in here, let's do a final little touch up. So... All right, I think that's okay. It's a little rough down here. Okay, now, what did we break? We broke those big rocks, right? Can we get this? It would be awesome if we could, like, kind of sneak it in there to hide that, right? I don't know, what do we think? And then, of course, spam conifer placement, placeholder. Conifer placeholders. But you know, I mean, that looks a little better, right? Just in passing. I think that's okay. And then just double check zoning wise, and now we've got, you know, There's still a little bit of a dip, but it's a much flatter experience. You know, do we go across the street right here? Maybe, and then maybe there's a block of smaller commercial stuff right here. That could work. And then fill all the rest in with what? Residential for now back here. This will be our res pod. Nope, not there. Not, I guess not right on top of the high school property, huh? I mean, maybe one little convenience store down here so the kids can get their smokes on break. It's a very liberal society. I'm sorry, that's terrible. Kids don't smoke, honestly. From a former smoker, it is really tough to quit. It is awful for you. Don't smoke. I don't condone it. That was a stupid joke. But if you laughed, remember to leave a like, please. Don't report me. Demonetized, unsubscribed. So this little pocket over here is doing pretty good. We'll fill in some trees. Do we do tree placeholder now? Right, I think this is all not zoned. You know, so we get some sound separation, some visual separation in what's happening back here. Do we commercial like right across the street from the train station? I mean, what do we think here? I guess it's okay to have dead zoning. You don't have to smash everything on top of one another. I gotta remember not to do that. Speaking of, let's smash some apartment buildings right on top of one another over here, so that we can really get a lot of people moving in. Little one right there too. You'll see though, like when we drive through here, it'll kind of be cool. You have this coastal road without some zoning, a little train station, and there's some commercial stuff on it. Yeah, that's okay. And we could always commercialize the heck out of that strip. That would be fine. Office can get crammed in kind of anywhere. Good place might be near the metro station. Right? They don't create more noise, so... And they don't mind the noise. I was just thinking to myself, like, we watered everywhere, but at some point we're going to have to add more water. Oh no, we're going to have to power it. Remember when I said I would forget? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Okay. I think over here will look better, because we can almost straight line that. From in here, everybody else is spreading power on the grid, right? Except for those, which are getting power from over there. And they're connected in the grid. I mean, let's just connect this in. Oh, if we want to get rid of the windmill, we can. And then hook up the water here. We'll run this along the coastline. Like that. Like that. Okay, and play at 3 times speed. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Perfect timing, game. Right when we're out of water. Okay. See, they've been really quick. I'm sorry. I think it's natural disasters that causes the barn burners. All right, these should fix themselves. We've got demand. We've got people moving in. Let's do a walkthrough here, right? It doesn't have to. Actually, it is a big area, right? 1 second. Milestones. We're almost there. Third lone solar power plant. Not a lot of exciting stuff at that one. Shipping, I don't even know if we have. Do we have shipping on this map? I ask and ye shall receive. I guess we do have shipping on this map. Whether we can get at it from here, I don't know, but we'll find out in an unlock. So let's see. Okay. Cinematics, drive. Let's excuse me. All right, let's drive into our city. Let's go single time speed, otherwise they'll be going like animals that I can't keep up with. Okay, so we pull into the city. We've got our crazy little off-ramp over here. But like, you know, how does it look at ground level, right? That's what matters. That is still a fixable thing right there. And we pull onto the roundabout and we're gonna go, sorry, this way. And I think it's okay not to have, you know, a ton of zoning here, right? This is, could always have a little industrial pocket close back there by the tracks. Do we obey traffic laws? I guess right on red is okay. As long as you don't hit this guy in the scooter. So you get your train pull off here. I think we could do some shrubberies up there. And then you get, you know, into a little bit of a commercial sector, right? And there's nothing on the other side. Trees, parks, leaves. We'll fill that in a little bit and detail it at some point. Or maybe I'll just say that and then start New City before I ever finish that. We got to do up here. But that's not the point of today's episode. The point of today's episode is over here. And we were focused on this zone. So I think, you know, I think we've done some good stuff, right? We filled in this space pretty decent. Again, we were really working on this wedge. And it doesn't have to be all up to, you know, everything full. It's okay to have some dead pockets. We'll see. We'll see if we have enough room to get to that top milestone with the city that I'm laying out. But we'll start making some improvements and fixing little things like this if we actually want to have a more sensical entry and exit there. I don't know how much better is it, you know, does it make that much of a difference? Probably. If it's highway, if it's regular roads, I don't know. Let's look at it 3 times speed. And before we get out of here, I know not drive. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Economy, loans, take. What do we got in the bank? 1.9 mil. We're rich. So what if we owe some of it back? We've got money to do stuff. Did I tempt fate saying that I think there's no big fires because we don't have natural disasters, and then four houses burst into flames? Okay, they're gonna put 1 out. There's 2 and 3. Where's 4? There comes 4. This is definitely gonna spread to 1 more house, right? There's no way it's not before that truck comes around. It's got to. I know someone's hoping it will. I can't believe it. Are they going to put up the house and not the tree? Interesting. Okay, well, there you go. Dumps wise, this dump's getting very full. That one's okay. We gotta do something about those. Gonna have to empty those, maybe move them across the river. And let them deal with the pollution. Or like, maybe we should just move the industrial pocket all the way over here. Train station up there. Do we have a cargo train yet? We don't. So maybe we relocate this. Maybe we reclaim this. We might do that. Okay. Okay, so I know we're running long at this point, but quick look, because I said I was going to do it. Electricity, we need another power plant. Water. This is stuff that I'm going to fix before the next episode. You don't need to see me come in here and drop another power plant up there, another water pump right there. We don't have to go through all that. We'll look at fire safety, because I think that's important. Crime, we're doing okay. A lot of red in that map, but not in terms of buildings. The buildings are pretty good, coverage-wise. We'll make it better. There goes our power. Healthcare. Get some sick people. Uh-oh. Noise sick people? That's okay. So we'll get up on all that. What's really important, though? We don't have education over here. We'll fix. What does everybody want to see? Traffic. 90%. I'm okay with that. Where's some of the heaviest spots? You know, how are our most important intersections doing? Well, this is super important. This is our first exit off the highway. And it's handling industry traffic to the right and farm traffic to the left, as well as most of this traffic for the residential area. Now you can see where we've created some obvious crossroads, and those are the busier interchanges in red. They also tend to be, right, the busier roads. You can kind of see where all the traffic's going. We don't have any major backups. You know, we could look at, I mean, I guess that's a little bad, but we do have a default traffic light there. So maybe we look at, you know, how to fix stuff up. We haven't done... I'm just doing it. I'm doing it. And then instead of speculating on what I'm going to do next, I'm going to tell you to tune in and find out what happens next. Because this has gone on long enough. This is ridiculous, right? I mean, come on. Half of you tuned out already. That's okay. Those of you that stayed tuned, though, you either fell asleep or you're really enjoying the content because you like to see these kinds of squirrel moments. Stay tuned. They happen all the time. You know that, though. You're here, right? I'm enjoying Plainville so far. Good to hit that reset switch. If you've been enjoying it, likes, comments, shares, they all help the channel a lot, and they are also greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell to get notifications for updates in this and other series. If you'd like to support the channel, links to that and lots of other things in the description down below. Tune in for the next one. I'll fix all kinds of problems offline, but nothing that you don't know how to do already if you've watched this far in the series. Tune in and we'll try and kind of tackle another quadrant. We'll sort of lay out another part of the city. And we'll keep an eye on traffic. We'll add bus routes. We'll add metro. We'll add things as we go. And as we unlock them, we'll talk about those things too. We'll have a recap episode pretty soon to make sure we haven't skipped over anything. But hey, here's me running long-winded and getting distracted in the outro. It was an outro a minute ago. Now it's just like, it's the I got nothing. I don't know. I'm out. See ya. Who the most signing off? For real. I'm hanging up. Go. Get out of here. It's over. The episode's over. Go.